Hi, I'm Andrew, an Emmy Award-winning storyteller, entrepreneur, and professor who would be humbled by the opportunity to join Santa Monica College's Communication and Media Studies Department. I have 15 years experience in front and behind the camera, as well as being an educator who has experience in teaching introductory and upper-level courses in writing, reporting, editing, and on-camera performance at Dallas College, TCU, and UNT. I also have experience adopting a 5th course as emergency overload. This happened one semester, roughly 3 weeks into an advanced broadcast production course after a colleague unexpectedly passed away. The student feedback from that semester is still moving. I also guest lecture on other campuses, teach workshops, and mentor professionals. I've also created an innovative video textbook that's more than 85 videos spread across 12 hours. From behind-the-scenes videos to how-to videos to simply breaking down how news and the latest technology work. It's like being with me in the field on assignment, and is accessible on mobile, whenever, wherever a student wants. The program Boost Journalism School was critical in salvaging the spring 2020 semester and is now foundational in my classroom as well as in those of the other professors who've adopted it. The University of Oklahoma used it to save its all-online summer 2020 semester, then again in fall 2020, and now consistently uses it in both their classrooms and to train its extracurricular newsroom staff. It's transforming both how we teach in an ever-evolving age and gives students the resources to learn more than we did in the same amount of time. Other professors and I have definitely seen them pick up more career-ready skills faster after watching these videos. Students also successfully compete in a rapidly changing job market. One of my students made it to NBC5 quicker out of school than I did and was promoted to the network level to help NBC Universal and its parent company Comcast create news programming specifically for people under 40, called NBC LX. And the LX is their abbreviation for local journalism. As a one-person band, I worked from a small market TV station in Springfield, Illinois, to NBC5 in Dallas-Fort Worth, where I was the station's first one-person band. After proving the model could work, my boss asked me to help hire 7 more and then train them while still putting stories on the air. With 2 undergraduate degrees, one in radio TV and the other in political science, I covered daily general assignment stories, political stories, and feature stories. With my master's degree in journalism and political science, I teach students how to make sense of complex issues and report them in a way that everyone can understand. I also have experience helping lead study abroad programs as well as taking ownership to market them through mobile video and social media. This includes my international work chronicling an educational nonprofit that took 30 high schoolers to Spain and other Latin American countries to learn the language and engage in community service. It also includes documenting college journalists exploring Japan and interacting with their contemporaries as they learn about their culture. Both won Broadcast Education Association Awards for Best of Competition 2 years in a row. I use Adobe Creative Cloud and Final Cut Pro daily, and also have experience using Avid and Edius, which students may encounter on the job. As important as those tools are, the industry is ever changing. Because of that, I also teach students how to both film and record audio on their smartphones, just in case it's the only tool they have. I also help them learn the skills necessary to create their own radio podcasts, which is now a must to build any brand. Students also learn about multimedia storytelling, using interviews, pictures, and video, either individually or as combined elements on a website or social media. This all in addition to learning how to convert their broadcast script into a print one that can be posted online. Having been a freelancer for the New York Times, I know the print side of the business too. I help print reporters gather information when twin EF5 tornadoes left very little behind. This in addition to filing myself. As an FAA certified drone pilot with professional insurance, I mentor others to become the same. More and more newsrooms are adopting aerial videography and only let those federally certified fly them. It's a credential that'll help students distinguish themselves when searching for a job. The work of preparing today's students to be tomorrow's journalists excites me because I owe my own success to the hands-on undergraduate program at Southern Illinois University.
This is the River Region Evening Edition.
The 4-day-a-week live student newscast on PBS prepared me well for my first professional job by being my first job. I was able to start in a higher market than my peers, a station in a top 100 market, all because of the experience that newscast provided and still provides. While many of the campuses I've worked on have academic advisors, I've still spent quite a bit of time helping students create their 2- or 4-year journeys. And that also includes helping them find successful pathways to internships and jobs. In fact, students like Joe Valdez, who is well into his second job, still stays in touch, sometimes asking for advice. I had Joe both at Dallas College and UNT, where he took what he learned and got nominated for an Emmy while still in school, along with 4 others from our classroom. Giovanni Pantoja is one of them. He took the skills he learned in class to tell a story about a painter with Parkinson's that was also celebrated by several film festivals, including one in New York. All this in addition to coaching them after they graduate and build their careers. Sarah Scarlett has asked for advice on how to negotiate a contract and reached out again 6 months later when she was promoted to main anchor, asking me for strategies on how to keep her reporting skills and package writing strong. Then there's Janice Blake, who's been a gift in my life. She's one of those people you never expect to meet, who gives you feedback you never would have thought of. One day she called to thank me for my program, Boost Journalism School, because it's empowered her to get back into photography, and for her that meant re-engaging with the world through taking pictures. Something she took a deep interest in 30 years ago and abruptly gave up after going completely blind. Here's the gift she gave me. Here's the difference I didn't know was making a difference. As I show students what I'm doing, I'm also naturally telling them what I'm doing. Turns out that to her, that narration was like the audio descriptive content that one finds in popular films. These are just a few of the students it's been an honor to teach. It would be fulfilling to do the same for yours. Take care.